Standard 8 History Lesson 3 Effect of British Rule. Introduction. In this chapter, we are going to study the effect of British rule over India. Establishment of East India Company. We have seen that due to geographical discoveries, the European power reached the Indian coast. All the European, including Portuguese, Dutch, French, and British, entered the race for capturing the Indian market. When the British came to India for trade purpose, the Portuguese had already settled here and they gave a bitter resistance. Later, friendly relations developed between them, but to establish the dominations over India, the British had to face opposition from the French, Dutch, and local rulers. The British and the Marathas. Mumbai was the main center of British in Western India. They were trying to acquire nearby territories, but the Maratha had strong hold over it. After the death of Peshwa Mahadev Rao, his uncle Raghunath Rao approached for help from British due to his greed for Peshwaship. This led to the entrance of the British in Maratha politics. During 1774 to 1880, there was a war fought between the Maratha and the British. During this period of war, the Maratha unitedly faced the British and hence proved superior. In 1782, with the Treaty of Salbai, the First Anglo-Maratha War came to an end. The Military Alliance. In 1798, Lord Wellesley arrived in India as Governor General. His objective was to establish the British dominance all over India. For this, he signed the subsidiary alliance with many Indian rulers. According to this alliance, the Indian rulers were assured of British military help. There was some terms laid on them. The Indian ruler have to maintain British Army in their account and have to pay cash or part of their territory to the company for its maintenance. The ruler would not have any alliance with any other power or declare war against any power without the intervention of British. The ruler would accept the British resistance in his state. Some Indian rulers accepted the system and lost their freedom. In 1802, Bajirao II signed the Subsidiary Alliance Treaty with the British. This alliance is well known as the Treaty of Vasai. But this treaty was not acceptable to some Maratha Sardars. This led to the Second Anglo-Maratha War. After the victory of British, there was increased interference of the British into the Maratha state. This became intolerable and Bajirao II waged a war against British. He was defeated in this battle and 1818 he surrendered to British. In the time of Maintain, the capital of Mughal was under the control of Daulat Rao Shinde, but by defeating the troop, General Lake captured the Mughal emperor and gained victory over Hindustan. Chhatrapati Pratap Singh. Although the Peshwa came to an end, Chhatrapati Pratap Singh of Satara was still ruling. Britishers signed a treaty with Pratap Singh and appointed Grand Draft as an officer to assist him in the state affairs. But later the Chhatrapati was dethroned and exiled to Kashi. He died there in 1847. Rangarao Bapuji Gupte, a loyal officer of Chhatrapati, fought the legal battle and went up to England, but his efforts were unsuccessful. Later Lord Dalhousie rejected the adoption policy in 1848 and signed the state of Satara. Rango Bapuji Gupte, a loyal officer of Chhatrapati, fought the legal battle and went up to England, but his efforts were unsuccessful. Later, Lord Dalhousie rejected the adoption policy and in 1848 and signed the state of Satara. Did you know? Chhatrapati Pratap Singh made provision of water to the city by building a water tank on the bank of side of Yevatveshwar temple and Mahadara in Satara. Roads were built in cities. Trees were planted on both the sides of the road. Schools were built for boys and girls for teaching Sanskrit, Marathi and English. Printing press was set up and many useful books were published. In 1827, Sabhatini, a book of polity, was printed. He built a road from Satara to Mahabaleshwar to Pratapgarh. The same road further extended to Mahad. Chhatrapati Pratap Singh used to write personal diary on daily basis. Effect of British rule on India. Dual government. Robert Sleeve in 1765 introduced a dual government system in Bengal. The company undertook the work of revenue collection, whereas the Nawab of Bengal had to maintain law and order. This was known as the dual government system. The ill effect of dual government system could be seen after certain time period. Money in the form of taxes went into the pocket of the company officers. The monopoly of the trade in India was given to East India Company, and hence many trading companies in England envied them. The working system of the company in India received criticism in England. British Parliament introduced some important law to keep control over the company. Act passed by Parliament. According to Regulating Act of 1773, the Bengal governor came to known as the Governor General. According to this act, Lord Warren Hastings became the Governor General of India. He got the right to control the policy of Mumbai and Madras provinces. A committee of 4 members was set up to assist him. In 1784, Pitt's India Act was passed. The act provided for appointment of Parliament Board of Control for better regulation and management of affairs of East India Company in India. In 1830, 1833 and 1853, new laws were passed by the Parliament to make certain changes in the working of the company. In this way, there evolved an indirect control of the British government on the administration of East India Company. With the emergence of British rule, a new administrative system got developed in India. Civil services, military, police force and judicial system became the main pillar of British administration in India.